Good morning, everyone. It's December 21st, and I'm here to open my 8th Advent package from Colorado Stitcher, Cross Stitcher. And let's see what number 8 has in store. Oh, how beautiful. I love counting pens. This is by Teresa and Anna Cuneo. JerseyGirlStitches.com. Oh, there's a floss tag in there as well. So I have a floss tag and I have counting pens. Look at those two beautiful counting pens. There we go. It's hard to see, isn't it? So there you have it. Lovely. Oh, I love that. That's beautiful. Okay. So that's number 8. There's only 4 left. Takes you right up to Christmas Day. Well, I have been doing some thinking because we will be traveling in January, and I have been thinking that my Bringo board, I was going to have to catch up a lot when I got home, that I may miss quite a few things because normally I set up my Bringo board like I do my WhipGo board, trying to put all of my whips on there, and I was going to have to, wait till I got back from our trip to do a lot of them because they're on roller frames. And then as I was telling a friend of mine recently, when she asked me, what are you taking on your trip to stitch? And I said, anything that's not on a roller frame, anything on a Q-snap, I'm going to take with me. And then I sat down and thought about how many I have on a Q-snap. And I have a lot. I have 13 projects on Q-snaps. So I made a list of them, wrote them down, and then I thought, I'm not going to take that many with me, but I will take several. And then I decided, this is what I'll have with me. What if I look back at the Bringo board and I decide how many of those could I possibly fit one of these that I'm taking with me on that spot? And that way I could go ahead and stitch it when I'm supposed to on the day it's called, and I won't have quite so much to catch up on when I get home. So that's what I did. Here's my Bringo board. And what you see is I've typed in all of the original prompts and what I was going to stitch. And they were all different. Every one of them is a different whip. But I wrote in blue ink what the alternative whip is that I'll have with me on the boat. So where it's typed and there's no alternative written in there, it means I would already have it with me, or I'm not going to have anything. Like the first one is the magazine New Start, and I'm not taking that with me just in case because that's one day. So I'm going to leave that here, and if that's called, I'll just do that when I get back. But otherwise, I have the ability to stitch on any one of these prompts because I will have a whip with me that can meet it. And yes, some of these whips are in here 2 and 3 times because I'm taking a small number of my whips with me. But that's okay because whatever is called, I'll be able to stitch it that day, and I won't be that far behind when I get back. It'll be awesome. And that will help me pick what I'm going to stitch on that day anyway, because I'll be stitching some, hopefully, every day. So that means I should be able to get my 100 stitches in. So that made me happy. I knew then I would be able to keep up with my Bringo board and not get too far behind when that was going on. So I was on the phone with Glow this morning, and I shared that with her, and she said, brilliant. She liked it. She thought that was a great idea. So I'm glad that worked out that way. So now I am going to take a break here. I'm going to run and go do my Christmas grocery shopping for the Christmas New Year or Christmas Eve dinner and the Christmas Day lunch that we're going to share with our son, and Christmas Day, his two roommates are going to come up and join us, so I'm looking forward to that. But my son and I will be doing some cooking over the holiday, and I need to go get groceries for that. And I want to go ahead and get that done while it's early in the day and not raining yet. There's a 20% chance of rain today, so I want to get that done first. Then when I get home, I'm stitching. And I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to stitch on. I'm going to make it a surprise. But I hope to share it with you later. Happy stitching, everybody. Good evening, everyone. It is later on December 21st, much later. In fact, I had to hurry up and film this before it's not the 21st anymore. I have about 8 minutes before the clock turns over to tomorrow. But I just had to come on now and tell you my wonderful news. I said I was going to surprise you with what I was stitching on today, and I hope that I do. I've been working on this, and I had a goal for the year, and I didn't think I was going to make it. And I went yesterday and looked in my Facebook groups because I thought I was missing out, FOMO, thought I was missing out on some of the weekly challenges, bi-weekly challenges in my Daily 30 group that Carrie Pickering manages. And it turned out that because they put up the new cookie cutter challenge for the month of December, that took the place of those weekly, bi-weekly challenges. I wasn't missing anything. I was actually working on the one challenge that was to replace all of them because there was so many to do. So I got really tickled about that, and I thought, well, then I'm at level 2 now. I would need to stitch 300 stitches in order to count anything for a cookie cutter. And what better way to do that than to push something to a goal that I wanted for the end of the year. So without further ado, I will let you know, I pulled back out the Autumn Bell Pull, and I am working on the second U, and I really had hoped to finish it this year. Well, I did. So here you go. Here is the U, the second U in the Autumn Bell Pull, and it's gotten a little wonky. I need to undo it and do it back up again, but there you go. And it actually says, unceasing grace enfolds us all. I thought that was so pretty. And you know, I wasn't looking forward to this because it was a duplicate of a prior letter in the bell pull, and y'all know what I did. I put a lot more yellow and orange and red in the first one than I did this one. I let this one continue to be more brown and as if it's later in the fall. So the good news is I finished it this year as far as this letter. So now I have the letters M and N, and I will have finished this bell pull. So definitely a finish for next year. I'm real excited about that. And I am thrilled to say that I was able to get 2 of my 3 allowed, I think it's 5. Anyway, I got 2 of the cookie cutters off of here. So that was exciting. I've posted them and gotten credit for those 2. So tomorrow I get to pick something totally new to work on. But I'm looking forward to next year being able to finish this and fully finish it in time to use it next autumn, which will be great. So that's exciting. Very happy about that. It was a big goal. I was hoping to finish the whole thing this year, but I knew, probably around September that wasn't going to happen. I had too many other big things going on. Too many whips to be able to finish things quite that soon now. But this puts me in a great start for next year. Really happy about that. So that's my stitching for the day. wonderful accomplishment. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I may get to come back and film one more time before Christmas, but in case I don't, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I hope you're having a great holiday season. I have to share something with you. My friend Glo from England and I opened our gifts to each other for Christmas today while we were on the phone, because this will be the last call that we were going to be able to get in with our schedules before Christmas. And I have to show you something she had made for me. It is a scissor fob or a floss bling. But if you look, it says on the bottom, it says, I heart my, and then it's got a puppy dog at the bottom. And you're not going to be able to see all of that, but that's what that says, I heart my puppy. And then it's got a heart here. And she has a person she's found in England who makes these based on pictures that you provide of the animal. Now tell me that doesn't look like Coco. It looks exactly like Coco. She made it to look like Coco. Glo got pictures that I had sent her of Coco, and she gave them to this lady. And she even had her blue tag on her, which is her rabies shot tag. But y'all, she even has her fluffy tail. Can you see that? All of a sudden my light went crazy. There we go. There's her fluffy tail right in the back. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen. I absolutely adore this. But the face looks like her. I told Glo when I opened it, I said, that looks just like Coco. It's supposed to. She actually made it to look like Coco. Well, I got lots of other wonderful things from my friend Glo, but this one takes the cake. And I will tell you, I've never seen anything I liked any better. It's precious. So, I've got it sitting on my desk looking at me. I love it. But I had to share that with you, sorry. I just saw it when I got ready to tell you good night, and I thought, I can't even wait till tomorrow. I have to show that to you. Well, have a great evening. Have a great rest of the week if I don't get to come back before Christmas. Enjoy your stitching and enjoy your family if you get to be with them. And again, know that my heart goes out to you if you've lost family this year and this will be your first Christmas without them. Just know that you're cared about, and there are those of us here in the community that think about that and think about you and send you hugs and warm wishes. Happy stitching, everybody. Good morning, everyone. It is December 22nd. It's Thursday, and I am getting ready to go meet a friend for lunch today. And before I leave, I wanted to go ahead and open up my 9th Advent package from the Colorado Cross Stitcher. And let's see what number 9 has brought us. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful keychain, floss bling, bag pull. We can use these for so many things. Isn't this pretty? Have yourself a merry little Christmas. I just think that's wonderful. Isn't that precious? I love it. Could even be a tree ornament too on my tree in my stitchy room. I might put that on there today. So lovely. Oh, I've been pleased with every single package. How exciting is that? You know, every now and then you may get something that you think, well, I'm not sure I'll use that. But this has been a really good package. So I thank you for that. That's awesome. So now we have 10, 11, and 12 to go. And we'll be doing those over the next 3 days, leading right up to Christmas. So I hope you're enjoying that as much as I am. I'm going to go now and get some stitching in before I have to go, hopefully a few minutes anyway, to get me started for the day. And I'll talk to you soon. Happy stitching, everybody. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It is December 23rd, and I'm here with a stitching update and just a little bit of a life update. Today, I went back to work on a goal that I've had for many, many months that I said I hoped I would meet. And I wanted to work on some more cookie cutters in doing that because that's the main prompt I have left for the month. So I was able to get 2 of the level 2 cookie cutters, which are 300 stitches each, out of this. And so I'm excited to share that with you. But I worked on Kringles. If you recall, when I first started this, it was in my Christmas in July start. I had 22 starts, and this was one of them. And when I started it, I made the comment that I would really love it if I could finish the entire roof this year, because I had from July all the way to the end of the year to do that, and I was hopeful that I could. Then I got really busy working on other prompts, and we traveled a lot, and I took things that were on Q-snaps. And this piece is on a roller frame, so I couldn't take it with me to get any travel stitching on this piece. And recently, I shared with you that I really was thinking I wouldn't be able to finish it by the end of the year. But I got some stitching time in that I hadn't planned on. My husband and I decided not to go to one of the events that we had thought we might go to. We looked for tickets, and they were so expensive, we just chose not to go. And that gave me an entire evening at home to stitch that I didn't think I was going to have. And then, because the weather has been so brutally cold here, I haven't wanted to go anywhere, and so we've kind of hunkered down. Other than taking Coco out for a little exercise, I've been here at the house. So other than cooking, haven't had a whole lot to do. So I've been stitching. So you can tell what I'm about to show you is the roof of Kringles. I did finish it, and I am delighted with it. Will tell you too that when I first started this, way over here on the bottom, I had accidentally gone down one row too many for about 5 different stitches across here. The worst part is that I had been doing it up and down, up and down, up and down these pieces, and I had gotten too many of them across here. So they were not just a row of 5. They were 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. And so I thought, well, I'll just do 2 rows there. I'm just not going to worry about it. But I decided today I didn't want to do that. I wanted it to be the right proportions. So I went back and I undid those few stitches even up into here as I needed to be able to tie off those threads, to run them under. And then I took my ecru color and I filled in a few of the stitches that I had to sacrifice in order to have it a long enough tail to secure it. And I filled those stitches back in where they were supposed to go. So I bit the bullet and I fixed it. So anyway, I'm really happy with it. So now I don't have to worry about that it looked funny or to remember to add the extra row all the way across. It's the way that it's supposed to be. So I've loosened it already, so let me pull it taut for you. But there's the roof of Kringles all the way across. I'm so excited. So now, my plan that I wanted to implement for Kringles about breaking this piece into sections to do a section a month if possible makes it really easy because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I'm going to count the banner and border around here is 10, and this banner and border around here would be 11. And that means if I can get that done each month, I'll be finished with this next year in November. And then I could have it framed and up for Christmas. So that's a goal I would like to try for. And so keeping that in mind, I did two things. I decided that I was going to put for my year of whips, I picked 6 pieces to go in the year of whips with Melanie's Facebook group, Melanie Watkins, and it's the Facebook group is Soulful Stitching, and she's doing year of whips again, and it's much easier than it was the first time she did it. So I'm declaring 6 whips, and this is one of them. And of the 6 whips that I put on my list in order to qualify for the drawing at the end, if you want to, you have to complete at least 3 of them. So this one will be on that list. So that will help me to keep it focused, you know, as I move forward. There you have it. Now, just for a slight review then, that means I had a goal to finish my U in Autumn Bell Pull, and I did that yesterday, or day before yesterday. Then yesterday, I started working on Kringles, and I worked on it all day long. I did 1,400 stitches yesterday. I stitched till my hands hurt. I really did. And then today, I turned around and I stitched probably around 500 or 600 stitches, and I got it all finished. So I'm really tickled to have had these 2 days to concentrate and get those done, because they were the last 2 big goals of finishing portions that I wanted to do. So I am really pleased with how my year has turned out. I will not have probably any individual completions like FOs for December, because I'm finishing up big goals like that aren't really finished objects. They're just a portion that I wanted to get to, a point that I wanted to get to in a whip. But, you know, that's what I got. So, also had a wonderful morning this morning with my sister. Opened my Christmas with her on the phone, and I got wonderful gifts from her, some 40 count fabric that I want to try, some patterns I've been wanting, and some silk to do the patterns with. She spoiled me rotten. So you'll see those as I start working with them. But today's number on our on my plan here is number 10, and I need to open that today so we can see what we've got in my Advent, my Christmas Advent package from the Colorado Stitcher. So this is number 10. It's a pattern. It's so pretty. I love it. Oh, it goes with the other 2 so beautifully. I think these are maybe a series because they have the same color palette, it looks like. Beautiful. Beautiful piece. This one's called Mary. Sherry Berger designed this one as well, and I'm going to put that with the other 3. This may have to be a little series that I do next year. I was telling my sister this morning that I have developed my whip go board and all that, but that I was going to have to take a final look at it now that I've had Christmas with her and my friend Glow, because I may have some patterns they gifted me that I want to sub out for something else that I had pulled from my stash. It might be that I want to stitch one of them first. So I will look at that probably later today if I can, and get those finalized so that I can post them. But thanks for letting me share my excitement over hitting my goal of doing the roof on Kringles. And then hopefully next year I can finish the Kringles over the course of the 12 months. That would be lovely. There is another goal that I haven't shared with you. Each year our guild does a program, you know, where we declare our journey piece. This is something we want to finish that year or work on that year. And last year I had declared that I wanted to get 2 page finishes on my pandemic, and I got 3. So I more than met the guild my journey piece on the guild. And so this year I decided that I was going to set a new journey for this coming year, and it's on Hawk Run Hollow. And I want to get 2 sections complete on the Hawk Run Hollow. I don't get to work on it that often, so that'll make me work on it a little more, because I usually work on it when I go meet with the group once a month. But I'm going to try to work on it a little bit more. If I get more than that done, that's gravy. But I want to at least get 2 of the sections done, so I roll it up one more level for next year. On the 1st of January, my husband and I travel. And so I will be, of course, grabbing snippets and doing videos for you along the way, but I won't be able to upload them till I get home. So in January, there's going to be a gap from when you see me. It may be a little bit longer than you're used to, so don't worry. I don't want you to be worried. Y'all are so kind to check on me if I don't get to film or put a video up soon enough. So enjoy your time. Enjoy your time with your family. And with that, I will tell you one more time, Merry Christmas. Happy stitching, everybody. Hi, everyone. It is Christmas Eve, December 24th. I am here to open my Advent calendar item number 11. Oh, this is tight in here. I'm gonna have to tear open the bag. Oh, how cute. How sweet. This is In the Meadow, again by Sherry Berger. And it comes with all the buttons. Isn't that precious? Oh, so cute. So cute. Love it. Well, it's been a great day. Our son has been here. We've had lunch. We've been to Christmas Eve candlelight service, and now we're about to have dinner. So I'm going to slip back downstairs and join my family, and I hope that I'll be able to slip up here tomorrow morning and open my number 12 Advent package. Happy stitching, everybody. Good morning, everyone. Merry Christmas. I have my co-host here with me. She's disgusted with me because I won't stop and play right this very second. It's Christmas Day, so Merry Christmas to all of you and your family. I'm here for my last Advent package. Colorado Cross Stitcher was who I got this from, and I have been very pleased, I must say. It's another one of those tight packages. How beautiful. Joji scissors. These are named after the great knitwear designer and teacher, Joji Lokati. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, I'm sorry. But these are beautiful. What a beautiful color. Isn't that gorgeous? So, I think my Advent package has been fabulous. I cannot imagine being any more pleased. So, glad to have it this year, glad to have it all opened and available for me to use, and thanks for letting me share it all with you. Now I'm going to rush right back downstairs because my son and I are getting ready to start lunch. His 2 roommates are coming up for lunch, and so I've got to snap the green beans, and he's got the mac and cheese ready to go in the oven, and he cooked ham all night last night. Basted that thing all night. It smells wonderful. Can't wait to eat it. Anyway, we're going to go celebrate Christmas, and I hope you do too. Merry Christmas, everybody. Okay, these are not in the order in which they were received because I've been grouping them together, sort of. But this was from Colorado Cross Stitcher. And this was the Stitcher's 12 Days of Christmas. I ordered this from her. And here is the thread keep and the measurement, because on the other side is the ruler. Here are the patterns: Peace and Joy, Noel, Good Tidings. Remember, I got 2 Noels, so one gets to be given away. Mary, the beautiful floss for those patterns. Needle and thread keep. My beautiful winter pins. My star detailer, my scissors, and this precious pattern with all the buttons. What a great package. Very, very pleased with it. Merry Christmas, everybody. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It is December 26th. I hope you had a great Christmas. And now we are counting down to New Year's. Well, I have been, unfortunately, having taken down Christmas already. I normally leave my Christmas up till at least January 1st. I just love it and I want to enjoy it. But since we're leaving town January 1st, I think it would be nice to have everything put away in the house nicely cleaned and ready to go. You know, so that when we come home in the middle of January, we don't have Christmas to put away. So my husband said he'd help me do that this evening. So while he has Coco out today for a long hike, he's so excited to get to take her for a while because it's been raining for days and today it's beautiful. It's cold, but it's beautiful. So she has on her orange cover, her orange little jacket I made her, so the hunters can see her and don't mistake her for a deer, because her little white tail in the back would look just like a bobtail deer, because she jumps when she runs through the woods. A lot of times she leaps like a deer, so she really would look like one. So we have to be very careful. So my husband has on his orange hat and his reflecting vest, and he has her in the woods, so I hope they have a great time. He did capture some footage of her in the woods right after Christmas, and or right before Christmas, I think right in those days there. And I've got that footage, so I'll put it at the end of this so you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about when she goes to the woods. When there's no one else there on the paths, he lets her off leash, and she just loves it. She has zoomies, you know, where she spins and, you know, runs in circles, and then she runs ahead of him on the trail because she knows her way around. But she's really sweet. She'll get just far enough to where she maybe couldn't see him well, and she turns and waits for him. She's not going to get too far ahead of him. She won't let him out of her sight. It's really funny. Anyway, so I'll put that at the end. And I also have footage of her opening her Christmas presents. The first one was from her brother. We call him Bubba to her. And he had gotten her a new toy that was supposed to be a real tough, hard toy that you couldn't tear up easily. And it was a toy that had a circle around it of plastic and a hard plastic ball with little slits in it, a little container, so you could put her treats in it, and then she could roll it and make them fall out. And she opened it herself, tore the paper off of it herself, and then she began to tear it up. She got the treats out of it too, but she also tore it up. It didn't make it 2 days. Oh, it was funny. And my sister Stephanie sent her a present, and we let her open that up, and it had a box with 2 toys in it, and her Bubba helped her open it. And when he opened the box and just sat it in front of her, she looked at him and smelled of him, and she grabbed one toy out and went and ran to play with it for a minute, dropped it, and came back and grabbed the second one. I guess she was afraid Bubba might keep it. Anyway, she she couldn't decide which one she wanted. And she kept playing with both of them, one and then the other, one and then the other. And I grabbed a little camera, my phone, and took a little clip of her. And you can see she's got both of them at her feet, and she's playing with one, and then she plays with the other one, and then she just kind of looks around, you know, like, y'all aren't coming for them, are you? She's too funny. She loves new toys. So she had a great Christmas. She really had a great Christmas, unfortunately, because we went to candlelight service Christmas Eve night, and my son had been given some of those Leanie's breakfast cookies that he likes to take hiking with it, like his dad does. He had gotten two really, like his two favorite flavors, chocolate chip and peanut butter and something. Anyway, he went and put them in his bedroom, the guest room where he was staying, and put it up, he thought, high enough where she couldn't get it. While we were gone, she got both of them. She opened them, and she ate them. Both of them. They're about 400 calories a piece. They're dense. I can't believe she had enough space in her little tummy for the whole thing, but she did. She ate both those cookies, both of them. So when our son went back in the bedroom late when we got home from church, I heard him go, "Go, go," because he found the wrappers shredded. Anyway, we watched her all night. We were afraid she was going to have a problem. She didn't. She did great. And I was really worried because one of those had chocolate chips in it. Chocolate's not good for dogs. Coco was fine. She didn't miss a beat. Anyway, she had a great Christmas. She enjoyed hers and her brother's. So, anyway, I had a great time. I had a wonderful time. My son's roommates came up. My son had stayed up most of the night, just basting a ham all night long. He makes the best ham I've ever eaten. And he made homemade mac and cheese. And I do mean homemade. He made everything but the macaroni. You know, he made everything. All the sauce, and he did a bread topping, like a crumb topping, and he put extra little flavors in it to kind of give it a kick because the guys like things spicy. It was divine. It was really good. So they took half the ham home with them, and they took all the mac and cheese home with them. They liked it that much. But we played a game after lunch called Farkle. If you've never played it, you should check it out. It's a lot of fun. We taught the two guys how to play. Our family has played it many years. They caught on very quickly and thoroughly enjoyed it. And we had a wonderful afternoon. These young men stayed at our house till 4 in the afternoon, just hanging out with us and playing games and snacking. I had lots of homemade cookies and candy and stuff for them. I think they had a wonderful time. So that was really, really nice, and I was lonely the minute they left. I just enjoyed so much having them here. It just hit me for a second, you know, that, oh, the house is quiet. There's nobody here, you know, except us. You know, we're here every day. But even Coco, as our son was loading up his Christmas in his car, and he had tried on all the rest of his clothes that he had stored here at the house. Some were his larger clothes, and some were his smaller clothes that he had, you know, years ago. And y'all, I have a picture of him. He came down the hall, called me and said, "Mom, what do you think?" And I came around the corner, and there he was. He is standing in one leg of a pair of pants that he used to wear before surgery. They were the last dress pants I bought him. They were a size 54. He's standing, both of his legs, in one leg. And I'll put a picture in right here to show you. But needless to say, we had a great time. I didn't get any stitching done. I didn't even think about it. I came running up here Christmas Day and videoed about opening my Advent package and ran right back downstairs. And I have missed my stitching, but not terribly, if you know what I mean. I just had a wonderful, wonderful time with my family and his roommates. We just had a blast. So today I came up here and thought, what in the world am I going to stitch on? I've kind of hit some major goals in the last week before Christmas. I was really churning some stitching out, and I thought, what do I want to do now? So I looked at where I was on the cookie cutter challenge, because I always look to my prompts to see, you know, what I'm going to stitch. And I needed one more cookie cutter at the level of 400 stitches, which would be level 3. And I can get, after that, I only have one cookie cutter left. And I still may have time for that this week. So who knows? I might get them all. Wouldn't that be something? I actually read that and thought, woo, that's a lot of cookie cutters. I don't even know if I can do all 15 on the first level. But, you know, when you start stitching and things are flowing, it goes well. I decided today, since I had to put in 400 stitches, I decided to grab a whip that I haven't touched in a very long time. And I wanted to get some work on it, and this would force me to do that. And I say force because this is full coverage, so it's not my jam, but it is beautiful. So I'm talking about the vintage ornament, and I am actually working right now on this one that has the church in it. And so my cookie cutter is going to be for the puppy dog, and I had to put 400 stitches in this. So when I got started, I had a little bit of the sky at the very tip top done, a couple of maybe 3 colors of blues just at the top, like right there. That's about what I had done. So a lot of this one is half stitch. I had to count that thing 2 for 1. You know, I had to do double the stitches. And here I am trying to get 400 stitches. I thought, well, I wasn't really smart picking this one. They're not all half stitches, but a lot of them are, because it's in the sky. But here's where we are. It certainly made me get some progress on it. I got all of this done on the church steeple, and I have all the pink and purple and yellow in here that I did. This is now going to be the top of the roof, and this is trees behind it. That's what I'll stitch next. But I'm so tickled. 405 stitches, and that's where I'm leaving it today. And I'm going to move on to something else. I don't know that I'll get to finish a whole nother cookie cutter, because, you know, that's 500 stitches. But I could at least get started on it. So I want to pick something that will be easier to get that on. And then I'll go from there. But I'm excited about it. Happy to have that done. Now, I haven't been watching any YouTube videos, any floss tube. Haven't been on my device for 2 days. So today, one of the first things I did was pull up my YouTube subscriptions to see who all has posted. And I see that Jessie Marie has pulled the numbers for January. I mentioned, I think the last time I spoke with you, that I was going to take my birthday and Christmas presents and look at them and compare them with my whip go boards and see if I wanted to substitute anything out. And I had done that the day that I mentioned it. So I did it before the numbers were called. And I had written them in. And I'll show them to you now, because I have highlighted in green pencil the numbers 6 and 10, which were the numbers that Jessie Marie pulled. So on my whip go board that's holiday and seasonal, I think this one's funny because I just finished that letter. Just finished it. And now I have to go ahead and get started on the next one. Don't you love it? That's going to force me to get going on it, which I think is awesome. I won't be able to do that, of course, till I get back from my trip because it's on a roller frame. It can't go with me, but it'll be there for when I get back. This one I had swapped out. I had actually on there Silent Night, Holy Night, which was a new start. And I decided when I got all my presents that I wanted to start For Unto Us instead. And my Silent Night, Holy Night is not kitted up yet, but the For Unto Us is. So I thought, well, that'll be an easier new start. Well, here's the good news. I'll just be able to take it with me. So I'll be taking that on my trip. My goal on my Whip Go board is 5 hours for each thing. So I'll just take that with me and get at least 5 hours on it, and I will have hit a Whip Go goal while we're on vacation. I have a second Whip Go board, as you know, and it's not the holiday, it's for everything else. And so those were 6 and 10. So this was a new start. It's to do the month of March in my wordplay. So now I'll go grab that one out. I'll make sure I've got fabric in there I want to use and make sure I have it kitted, and I'll take it with me as well because it's not on a roller frame, so I would be able to take it with me. So those two new starts I could get done while I'm traveling. This one is Mermaid. I almost left her off of Whip Go because I really have her in timeout. I wanted to leave her in timeout until I finished Nativity because I just think one Teresa Winsler at a time is enough. I hadn't changed it yet, and I still am trying to decide if I want to. I had thought about it, and then I didn't do it, and then it was called right away. I may go ahead and work on it in January. I think I'm going to reserve that decision till I get back. I'm not going to take it with me. And I just want to get that one Teresa Winsler finished first. So we'll see. But that means I am going to take the For Unto Us and the March wordplay with me. And I hadn't planned on taking them, but I will take them so that I can be working on Whip Go while I'm gone. And I'm going to stop in a few minutes and kit those up and get them ready. And I started pulling my clothes together today. We're going to be in a place that's very warm. So here we are freezing to death, and I'm having to pull out, you know, t-shirts and shorts and trying to look at summer clothes. And just looking at them, I'm getting cold, thinking I'm going to freeze to death. I asked my husband this morning if he could look ahead on his weather app to like a 14-day forecast or something and let me know what the temperatures are going to be. And he just laughed, and he said, yeah, the 70s. They're going to be in the 70s and 80s. I'm like, okay. Because it's hard to believe that, you know, when we're sitting here so cold. But anyway, I think I've got most of that picked out. I'll start packing probably around Thursday or Friday because we fly out of here Sunday. So, I'm just thrilled. I'm just thrilled about the progress I've made. Now on my full coverage ornament, I'm probably about, I don't know, not quite a third of the way done, but a lot further than I was when I started, so that was great. Well, I'll let you get back to what you were doing. Thanks for letting me share my Christmas with you, how things went. Oh, I will tell you, the one thing I got for Christmas from my family, my husband and my son, that was cross-stitch related, is I got sulky thread. I got one of those petite packs, you know, where they, I think it's called a dream pack or something. Anyway, I got that. So I have a really good selection now of sulky threads, which will be fun because I've got a series I'm doing in sulky, and I've been having to limit myself to what I had available. And there were some colors I wished I had had a little bit better variety in, and now I do. So my next ones will take on a little new, some new hues, I guess. I hope you've had a great time. I hope you've are resting and recovering if you've entertained people for days. And I just hope that you're healthy and well. Enjoy your stitching, enjoy your time. I'm hoping to get a little more stitching done before I have to pack everything up. And if I do, I'll come back and share it with you. And then I'm going to do my best to get a video together and ready to go so that I can upload it right before we leave town, or have it scheduled, you know, to go live right there at the New Year. So, and then it will be a while before I get back to talk with you. So don't worry, as I said, we're just traveling. Happy stitching, everybody.
There.
Oh, she has a toy she got out of her bag. Oh, come on.
That's the one she chose first.
That's the one she chose first.
You want me to take off the paper for you? You're gonna take it off?
She's gonna open it. She's got treats.
It's just opening the present.
Coco's opening her present. This is from her Bubba. I don't want her to see me.
Go. Go. Oh my gosh, what a stick. Oh, that's a good girl. Come on, this way.